What's up, everybody? Welcome to the lounge. We got Ethics here, Konasti here from Ethics. And what are we going to do today, Eric?
We're gonna be talking about the new face hugger for the GoPros.
Awesome, man. Been excited about this project. We had to make two molds.
This is true.
Yeah, that's how good it's going to be, man. We had to make it twice. All right. So the face hugger is going to be a GoPro protection unit, and I'm going to be sharing the product cam here in a sec. Here we go.
I'm
Eric,
waiting
why
for
don't you
people
want
to be
to
like saying that there's
walk us
feedback.
from me or from you?
No, it was for me. I was resharing it real quick and I had to mute it, but I was just waiting for people to like start complaining about it.
All right. Yeah. Well, I think only I heard it.
Oh, that's good.
All right. So I'm holding up the thing here already. Do you want to talk about it, or should I talk about it?
Yeah, I mean, I got it over here too. Kind of just like
Okay.
this is the one I've been running. This is still like the prototype that I think you 3D printed this actually.
Yeah,
You
this
must
is a 3D print.
I mean, you must have one of the best 3D printers ever because this looks like some
No,
injected
we
mold.
3D printed the mold. So we 3D
Oh,
printed the
okay.
mold, and then we molded it on the 3D printed mold.
Yeah, I mean, this piece is like pretty amazing. But because I'm always like, how is this possible? This looks so good already. But this is what I've been using. This is like I think this was the final like the final version of it that we went off of that mold for because I think Steel has like version 1.
Yeah.
But yeah, this one's been really good. This one, like what I like about it is it's not very heavy. It's light. It only weighs like a few grams. And it actually holds on pretty well. Like once it's on there, it holds on very well. And if you use like the oh Jesus Christ. See how good it protected my GoPro right now?
Yeah.
So if you use our like the Ethics strap to go over it, it really like it sucks onto this whole thing like really good, and it doesn't move anywhere. Which some people might have like little questions about it because there's nothing around the bottom of here, but
Yeah.
there's no issue. I haven't had any issues with anything like coming off of it. So
Well, you mainly got to protect the lens, right? I mean, everything else is going to be protected by the straps anyway.
exactly, yeah. So the back, if you're just running one of these like what the tempered glass on the back,
Yeah.
then you don't have to worry about anything there. Having protection on the back, I think, is just kind of pointless in that sense because even if you do have something, this glass is going to break if you hit it hard enough. It's a
Yeah.
big. But yeah, everything's been super good. I mean, I've crashed enough times. What happens usually, what I notice when I crash, is that these lips bend right here,
Yeah.
and usually like it's always like a front kind of crash that you're hitting, and it just bends like this and protects it kind of just gives it like a bounce off of there and protects the lens. So
Cool.
I haven't had too many the tempered glass in the front. I haven't broken anything. That's why I'm running this one with the ND like on there all the time. I'm not worried about breaking this ND filter because it does protect it pretty good unless you hit like a direct hit with a rock or something.
Yeah, but I mean, it's tempered glass, so a lot of people are like confused whether it's going to be an ND filter and a tempered glass. No, it's like 2 in 1.
Oh yeah, yeah. They thought it was like a film that we were putting on top of it.
Yeah, no, that's not the case. Like it's a tempered glass ND filter, which is super hard to make. Anyway,
Yeah,
so that protects
legitimate
your
glass.
lens.
Like I don't know if you could hear that, but it's hard glass.
Yeah. So the material is TPU. I don't know if there's any questions in this stream. I don't know if it's even working. Check if the restream thing is working.
I haven't really looked at the live stream for questions. I probably should. This guy is asking, will Konasti share the STL with us? There's no STL. It's just like a we were just using that for prototyping. So trapeze engineers, um, basically they took like a 3D printed mold, and that's what they like made the part out of. That's what we kind of meant by that. Um, when everything was getting designed, we kind of like bounced a couple of questions back and forth with like me and Steele, and then Steele kind of headed it over with Max at the time that was at Newbie Drones. He's not over there anymore, unfortunately. He's like really good at doing a bunch of like 3D modeling, and they pretty much put everything together as you see it here as a final piece.
Yeah. And I heard that the GoPro 7 is super fragile. Um, like there was a couple of pilots here in China, and they hit a couple of trees, and boom, the GoPro is gone. The new GoPro. So this works with the GoPro 6 and the 7,
Yeah, and
and it's
5.
just gonna give it, and the 5, yeah, and it's just
Yeah,
gonna give it that additional strength. Like Jeff from Calidrone says, I don't care. I just go back to Best Buy and have it replaced.
yeah,
Yeah, it makes sense for you, but we don't have Best Buy here. That's number one. And number two is like, well, you still got to take it to Best Buy, right? So why not
yeah, dude. You know
protect it a
what?
little bit?
Like, I switched out like I have one Hero 6 left, and I switched all my other ones out for the 7s, and I think I like they gave me like this printout list of everything that I've had over there. I've literally only switched out like the broken GoPros because I've always used some type of like protection on my GoPros for the most part, and I've only switched out like 4 of them. All the
Yeah.
rest are just me swapping them out because I was upgrading to like the newest one. So usually I'll have GoPros until the new one comes out, and I just like go over there and fake something's wrong with it so I could just get the new one.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys are cheating, man. Like
Oh, dude.
that's not even fair, man.
Yeah. Yeah, we're cheating hardcore. Like I just go there and I'm just like, oh, it doesn't record audio anymore. I don't know what's wrong with it.
No, but I mean, like even with the replacement program, like we already consider that cheating because it's a very low
Oh,
stakes freestyle session at that point, right?
yeah. It's very low stakes. Like for me, like usually I'm flying up in the mountains though or something is when I'm usually doing stuff, and I'm like, then I'm screwed because if I don't find it, if I don't get it back, then I'm out like the whole thing. But I've heard guys that like have loop arounds with that too, where they just find one for cheap like online, and then they super glue the door shut so you can't see the serial number, and
Yeah,
then they
and then
they
just
trade that
replace
one
it.
in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
So
gonna
good
happen.
old good old
Um,
Best Buy.
Josh is asking, what is the ND filter? Where is the ND filter from, and what ND number is it? So it's an ND4, and it's the Ethics tempered glass ND filter, also made by Ethics and yours truly. Um,
Yours truly.
will you consider making this in other colors? No, no. The MOQs are way too high for this stuff. So for now, it's black because that's what the GoPro comes with, right? Pretty much similar color as the GoPro. Um, and yeah,
Yeah,
for
I
now
mean, I guess
that's it.
like it's you know what this material though is if you're worried about like the color, you could spray paint this easily. It'll hold up to spray paint. So
It
if you need
should,
to
yeah,
paint it to see it in tall grass or something, you could just get like construction orange paint or whatever and just spray paint it and you're good.
yeah.
I'm like that with everything. When people are like, "Oh, can it be a different color?" Dude, if you come over to my shop, I have like every color spray paint that like I need. So I'm like
I've
big on spray painting stuff.
I've also seen like some super like there's some highly reflective stickers that you can buy, and you just
Oh
stick it
yeah,
on, and then
yeah,
basically if you lose it, you just wait until it's dark, and then you just flash your flashlight around, and like, oh, there it is.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Just
Anyway,
fly over it with like one of those lights on like
oh yeah,
a
on your
nozzle or
drone,
something.
like the
Yeah,
200-watt LEDs that they have.
exactly. Yeah, I got it.
Josh is asking,
What
is
is
there
it?
any other ND filters other than ND4? No, that's all we have for now. It's
Yeah,
pretty much like with the big GoPros, you don't need the full line of ND filters unless you really go like into Glacier or something. Have you
yeah.
ever
You know
tried like
what?
ND?
I always used like a ND8 was my main when I used just because like sometimes it would be kind of a little more bright over here because I mean we just have like desert like that tan brightness of the ground. But I've been using the ND4 since I've got it, and it's been totally fine. Like I haven't had any issues.
Yeah,
So I mean, it's not bad. You don't. The thing is too is like the more ND you put on it, the more motion blur you get, anyways. So it's like sometimes too much motion blur isn't the best either. So
I agree. All
sometimes
right.
stick
I,
to the ND4. Mike Chin says once you go ethics.
yeah. I guess we've been at this for about 20 minutes now or 10. Guess that's how
Yeah,
far
something
we
like
can
that.
take it with that. There's not really too much to talk about.
No, it just
That
protects your
product.
GoPro super good. And you know what? I don't know. One thing, that's a good view that you have right now, that overhead. You can see those little spikies on the side. Um, that's something we did to hold the strap better so it doesn't slide
Oh,
like,
this here, yeah.
yeah, like we didn't talk about that. Like I forgot to mention that part, but that works actually very good. Like I've been liking having that in there to hold the strap in.
There's also another one right here. So in case you want to go over the top,
Over
over
the
the
top.
front, but most of the times it's just enough to go like that. And here,
Yeah, sometimes like when you're using like the foam, like we use the foam wedges, and you don't want so much tilt because you're doing like follow footage or something like that, and you're in like wide instead of like super view, and you want to
yeah,
kick it forward, you put it towards the front, and it squishes it on the foam mount.
yeah, man.
But
All right.
but yeah, that should be pretty much it. I mean, it's live on the ethics site right now, and it links over to the TBS site, so you guys could purchase them over at TBS. You could go on the TBS site, look up the ethics subcategory. It's on there. Um,
Yeah, or just
yeah,
Google face hugger, ethics face hugger,
yeah,
and it should be. We've had a couple of dealers order it. I think they will be going out today or already have gone out. So they should show up, in your local favorite store. I guess Newbie
yeah.
Drones is going to carry it, right?
Oh, of course they better.
They better.
They've got to. Santiago. Okay, so he's asking when are we expecting this 5-panel snapback? I'm working on it right now. I know like Steele put me on blast on his last YouTube video. I got hit up on by a bunch of DMs and I didn't know what was going on. And I watched his video and I was like, called him. I'm like, you asshole! Like I didn't know you did that. Everyone's bugging for these 5-panel hats. He thought it was super funny, but yeah, we're working on that. We have some. We always have cool stuff coming.
Oh
Like
yeah, that's the
there's
exciting part about our job, man. It's always something
yeah,
lingering in the background,
yeah. There's literally like I mean, yeah, we have a lot of stuff that's just trickling.
trickling through. Yeah. All right.
Yeah,
Cool.
cool.
Thanks, Eric, for making it.
Yeah, for
I
sure.
guess it's like midnight over there, right? Almost.
Yeah, it's pretty late, so I mean, it's
Yeah.
not bad. Usually, I'm up till like midnight, anyways. So it's morning for
Tristan
you,
says you
midnight
look
for me.
like you're ready for bed, and I just woke up.
Oh, dude,
I wish,
how
man.
can I be ready? Look, of course, I'm not ready for bed yet.
Oh yeah, the bottle's gotta be empty, right?
It's gotta be empty. Then you're ready for bed.
All right, man. Thanks for hanging out on the
Yeah, for
couch.
sure.
As always, if you guys want to see more product updates and stuff like that, join the TBS Lounge. Check out Ethics on Facebook and ethicsltd.com. Yeah. Any last words?
I'd say if you're not following us on Instagram, you should because we are doing some more giveaways. What's today? Today's Wednesday. I think probably tomorrow or Friday, probably Friday, we'll drop another giveaway for some more gear. So make sure you guys follow us over there. Check it out.
Ethics on Instagram. Cool.
Yep.
Thank you very much.
All right.
All right.
See you
Good
guys.
night.
All right. Peace.